Hey guys, what's up? It's Connor from Dragon Rider Network, and just ignore the bit of a mess that's in my office right now, because in the last few hours it's been a little bit crazy since At&t announced that they would be buying up T-Mobile for $39 billion in the coming months, which has been crazy, and everybody has been going nuts saying, hey, what does this mean for us on At&t, or what does this mean for us on T-Mobile? Is T-Mobile getting the iPhone? Is At&t going to become a monopoly? What's going to happen? Fortunately here, we have pretty much a simplified version of what's probably going to end up happening. So anyway, let's get started. So this morning, At&t announced that they would be buying T-Mobile for $39 billion. This has obviously raised a lot of questions. However, no one knows what's going to happen for sure. I have a bit of an estimate of what's going to happen so far. Now, way back when, in either 2009 or 2010, there was a company called At&t, which was one of the big 5 cellular network companies, much like At&t and Verizon, Sprint, and T-Mobile. You may know them from their commercials with the guy Chad and the 4 other nerdy guys on the commercial being At&t, Verizon, and the other companies that they had. And pretty soon, shortly after all those commercials went by throughout about a year, Verizon bought up At&t and it became the big 4. I'm not saying it looks to be the exact same where T-Mobile is just going to dissolve into the At&t brand. However, there does look to become a very good chance of that actually happening. Now, what could possibly come from this? What could possibly come from At&t buying one of the 4th largest networks in America? Well, for one, this could actually be very beneficial to a lot of people not only on T-Mobile, but also on At&t. You will then get much greater coverage if this deal actually goes through. So you'll get much more area where you will get coverage, and T-Mobile customers will no longer be experiencing probably those severe causes and troubles that they have been experiencing so far. However, definitely one of the bad things that could potentially come from this is that At&t will turn into nothing more than just a huge monopoly, and it will cause all sorts of problems for everybody. Much like the way Comcast bought up NBC and now it's charging ridiculous amounts for pretty much everything, and Verizon is in the dust, the same could happen with At&t in the cell networking world. They could literally charge way more than they already are now for even less data. They already removed unlimited data plans from not only the iPad but also the iPhone, and with this buyout of T-Mobile, we really don't know what could happen from here. So, if you're on At&t or if you're on T-Mobile, what do you have to worry about now? Well, to be honest, you really don't have anything to worry about right now. The deal just got announced, and no one's really sure what's going to happen from here. We're not even sure if it's going to be approved or not. And even if it is, then you don't really have anything to worry about at the time. However, in the time when it's happened, in about 12 to 18 months, if it does happen, then a few things you might be thinking about is that whether your contract is going to hold through on to either T-Mobile or At&t. And if you're a T-Mobile customer, you may be thinking about whether you can actually get a deal where you can get an iPhone with the contract you already have. Now that's just my thoughts, but you never know. Maybe Verizon wasn't for you, and maybe you can actually still hold out for At&t if you're on the T-Mobile network and you really want an iPhone. So anyway, guys, what do you think is going to happen? Do you think At&t will become a monopoly? Do you think T-Mobile will actually benefit from this? And who's saying that Sprint may not be the next company bought up by either Verizon or At&t? We don't really know at this point. So anyway, you guys can leave comments below saying what you think will happen, and I will be sure to check in with you guys soon. Anyway, subscribe to the channel. Follow me on Twitter at twitter.com/thedragonrider. Be sure to fan the Facebook page, facebook.com/DragonRiderNetwork for the website. And be sure to check out the website, soon to be back up again, DragonRiderNetwork.com, for all sorts of tech content. Anyway, guys, I will see you guys later, and I will catch you in the next video. Talk to you later.